place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find that's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today can be the someday. Today can be the one day. Today can be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 today could be the day.
I'm Jerry Ingram. I'm the owner of Volunteer Home Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage broker company located in Maryville, Tennessee. I love meeting people and just being here for them. We provide all types of mortgages. You just give me a call at 865-238-7500 and online at volunteerhomemortgage.com.
Well, good morning. Sorry for the delay here this morning. 7:33 and a half right now. I was having some issues trying to get the broadcast going here this morning. So here we are. It is Taco Tuesday, says Cheryl. Good morning. Happy Taco Tuesday. Is that what's on the list here for the day today? Well, I'll show you some progress today of the Witcher's Kitchen. So every single day, I'll show you on the platform the new progress update of the fire renovation, which the fire happened back in February. For those of you that are maybe new to the platform and didn't know that the Witchers had a fire, yes, we had a kitchen fire. So more on that coming up in just a bit. I also want to talk about the fact that we do have some elevated fire danger throughout the day today. We had that yesterday. We have it again today. Low relative humidity, increased wind, warm and above average temperatures with falling leaves down on the ground leads to that elevated fire danger. All right, I want to take you outside first things first here this morning and show you what it looks like. A live look. You saw this at the very beginning from Anakista here. Just got a few mid-level clouds. A little bit of a mackerel sky here this morning. Love those kind of clouds. Provides us with a beautiful sunrise, and we saw that. Actually, this was sent in by my good friend Seth, and this was the first sunrise picture I got this morning as he's on his way to Sevier County here this morning for the Chamber of Commerce. I am not able to make it today, unfortunately. I've got to take my kid to the dentist, and ain't nobody want to go to the dentist. That is for sure. This is like the second time in a couple weeks. All right, here we go. We will just not worry about that. Let's talk about temperatures yesterday. We made it to, I don't even know where my forecast sheets are. I don't even know what I was forecasting yesterday, but we made it to 59 degrees yesterday. Where did my sheets go? Well, I've lost my forecast sheets, but I've already put the forecast in. Either way. 59 in Crossville, 65 Chattanooga, 58 in Tri-City. So it turned out to be a solid average day yesterday. So yesterday is exactly how it, quote unquote, should feel this time of the year. The normals, if you were, the averages. There's really no such thing as normals. I don't really like that word because we don't have normals, right? Normal, what is normal? Normal, it's an average. It's a 30-year average. So something to keep in mind. All right, let's talk about that elevated fire danger for the day today. The National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement through 6 o'clock here tonight for pretty much all of East Tennessee. So don't burn today or just check in with your counties. We do have some small fires around town already, but they were, some of those are fine so far, but we'll keep you posted on the fact that we do have that lower humidity and the gustier wind. So it's not going to be terribly windy per se, but it doesn't take much of a wind when you have this kind of an atmosphere in place with dew points in the 20s. As the day progresses, dew points do gradually climb because we have a storm system that's heading our way tonight, or rather a weak wave that's going to bring us increasing chances for some showers. And I'll walk you through that future cast here in a second. Temperatures this morning, while it's still chilly outside, at least we're trending about 4 to nearly 20 degrees warmer than yesterday. Nice little inversion taking place. You can see the higher terrain around East Tennessee. The valley is lower, so that's where temperatures are in the low, mid, and upper 30s to maybe a few pockets of 40s in downtown Knoxville to the 50s across the foothills and the Cumberland Plateau. That's that solid inversion. We get those all the time, especially this time of the year, and more so into the winter months, really. Forecast high temperatures today are going to be trending above average. So now we're going warmer than what we were yesterday. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s to maybe even a few pockets of low 70s. So this warm trend will continue. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has just barely clipped the northern plateau, Fentress and Scott County, and parts of just the northwestern sections of Campbell County. I wouldn't really worry about that per se, but we do have a chance for a few strong thunderstorms. Most of those are going to be into Kentucky. So let's go ahead and walk you through the futurecast. I'm going to pick you up at 7 o'clock here tonight. Nothing to show you throughout the day today, just a mix of sun and clouds. So 7 o'clock tonight, if you have outdoor plans, if you have ball games or any events outdoors tonight, by 7 you'll be dry. But as we head through the overnight hours, most of that's going to stay along the Tennessee-Kentucky border for most of the night. And that's where we're going to see the heaviest rain. So if you're joining us from Fentress, Scott, Morgan, Campbell, we'll even say Anderson, Union, Claiborne, Hawkins, Hancock, Granger County, Unicoi County, you're probably going to get some decent rain tonight because most of the rain is going to be north of Interstate 40 into Kentucky, Southwest Virginia, and the Tennessee-Kentucky border. If you live south of downtown Knoxville, you're probably going to get much, much less rain, if much at all. But we'll go 80% chance of rain tonight. Then we'll fade those rain chances Wednesday, Thursday into Friday, Friday into Saturday. We have another rainmaker on the way. So as we break it down day by day, this takes us all the way through Thursday. And so you can see clearly how most of the rain is going to be to our north and to our west. Then we add Friday, Saturday to the mix, and we're going to get a little bit more rain, and that's our storm system that comes through Friday night into Saturday. So again, I said this earlier this past weekend, I think high school football is probably going to be on the wet side, but stay with me. We'll time it all out as we get closer. It's only Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. And then you add Sunday, Monday into the mix. We make it a little bit more around the region, not necessarily here locally, but again, beneficial rain. And remember that November, December, January are rain opportunities by averages anyways. It do increase. They're our wettest months of the year. So we'll go 67 degrees here today. The average high is 59, so nearly 10 degrees above average today. We're going to be pushing about 10 to 15 degrees above average Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, we're at 67. Behind the cold front, with temperatures start to come on down, but still trending above average Sunday, Monday. And really, to be honest with you, it looks like that's probably going to be the case. Now, remember, we've been talking about, and you've probably seen on social media, please, please, please watch what you share on social media. Just because it's got a lot of bright colors, don't share that. If you don't know the person, don't share that. It's a constant conversation in this community, in the weather community, about people who are not even meteorologists. They've got access to the models. They paint this huge picture of that everyone's going to be dying. We're getting 50 feet of snow, 81 inches of rainfall, and severe weather is going to break out. And there's a massive cool down for Thanksgiving week. Well, to be honest with you, I don't think so yet. Now, the Climate Prediction Center is starting to show those signs a little bit further to our north. And I think this is going to be the pocket of cooler air that will eventually settle on in. So we'll see over the next few days how this all plays out. Models do indicate as we get to the latter part of November into the first week of December, we may start to see a cool down. But some of the latest models kind of has lately pushed that colder air a little bit further to the north. So the confidence level is just not there to have any sort of concerns right now for any major Arctic outbreak or anything like that. So again, people are posting this on social media. I can't stress enough. Just watch what you share on social media. Always share a trusted source like East Tennessee Weather or Mike Witcher TV. Those are going to be your best locations. Or, of course, the local news stations. They're good too. But just watch what you watch. Some of these people that are out there, they're just making a killing through Facebook. And it's just, they're just blasting all this, 365 days. Oh, 365 days. We're looking at this much snow. Come on. Really? Drives me bananas. If you want to get me on my soapbox, let's talk about that. Let's take you outside one more time and show you what it looks like. Cool mackerel sky right there in downtown Gatlinburg. Really showing those cool sky. I love those kind of clouds. They provide us the great sunrises and great sunsets. Joey, did you happen to get a chance to get out and check out the sunrise this morning with your drone? It was gorgeous. Julie hit Seth up. I don't know if he's reached out to you yet, but hit Seth up. He was going to reach out to you. I gave him your number. So they're both going to Coffee Talk for Sevier County. Unfortunately, again, I cannot go. I wish I could, but It's a lot of fun, by the way. All right, let's get to work with those national holidays, shall we? It is now 7:41. And a nice, quiet, chilly start to the day. All right, so it's November 18th. There's a word on here I don't know how to say, so I'm going to apologize on that one. I've already looked at these for the day. So here are your national holidays. Of course, it's November 18th. We're celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there, let us know. Thank you, Eva. I appreciate that. I only share what you post. I really appreciate that. You know how I am. I'm pretty conservative as a meteorologist. I really don't like to throw a lot of stuff out there just for clickbait. I could clearly get a lot of followers on social media and make a lot of money on social media, but that doesn't do us any good. Good morning, Barbara. How are you this morning? Playing golf today. It's going to be a perfect day to do that. All right. Today is National Princess Day, by the way, if you have any daughters. Let's see what this day is all about. National Princess Day celebrates the princess in every girl by taking part in National Princess Day on November 18th. Perhaps you know a princess who shines because of her gift of laughter, making everyone around them smile. Maybe your princess shows you royal nature by her great acts of kindness and a heart of gold. Or the princess may be bold and confident, ready to take on a new challenge. Whatever our gifts are, there is a princess in each of us, even if you don't know yet. If you've got daughters, National Princess Day. Today, by the way, is Mickey Mouse's birthday. I used to, at least in my own head, do a nice Mickey Mouse impression. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I've not done it for years, so I'm not gonna be able to do it. But I'm not gonna be able to do it. You go higher. Oh, there you go, everybody. It's Mickey Mouse's birthday. That's not very good, is it? Terrible, Witcher. I used to be good. That's like practice makes better, right? Boy. And it's National This Day. This is the word I don't know. Yeah. I have no idea. Does anybody know what that word is? Vitiois? Is it a word that I'm looking at and I should totally know this word? It probably is. I don't know this word. November 18th recognizes a cold soup that is loved by many. It's National Yep Day. Made thick with pureed leeks, onions, potatoes, cream, and chicken stock. Yep is traditionally served cold through sometimes, although sometimes eaten on the cold. Okay, so it's Vichyssoise. Vichyssoise? Pronunciation. Vichyssoise. Boy, thanks, Denise. Terrible. Vichyssoise? Oh, it's Vichyssoise. Jeez. Sometimes I probably should do a little research before I do these national holidays because they always get me every single time. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. It wasn't that great, but I do appreciate that. It's a French soup that my mother would make, but she changed it and used green onions and potatoes. I've never had it. You thought that was a good impression? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, jeez. This is terrible. Let's go on to historical weather events for this date in history, shall we? In 1989, a second surge of Arctic air brought record cold to parts of the north central U.S. We had temperatures of 4 degrees below zero in Rochester, Minnesota. In 1988, thunderstorms developed along a warm front, drenched Little Rock, Arkansas, with over 7 inches of rain. Just smashing, baby. Their previous record of the date of nearly 2 inches. In 1987, it was a windy day across parts of the nation. Gale force winds whipped across the Great Lakes region, winds gusting to 80 miles per hour across western New York. Damaging buildings and flipped over flatbed trailers at Churchville. In 1986, the first of 2 successive snowstorms struck the northeastern U.S. The storm produced up to 20 inches of snow in New Hampshire. In 1957, a tornado, 100 yards wide, traveled nearly straight as an arrow, 27 miles from Rosa, Alabama to Albertoville, Alabama, killing 3 people. In 1955, an early season cold snap finally came to an end. Helena, Montana experienced 138 consecutive hours of sub-zero temperatures. 138 hours. And in 1873, a severe storm raged through Georgia to Nova Scotia, causing great losses to fishing fleets along the coast. In Maine, the barometric pressure reached 28.49 inches of pressure at Portland, Maine. All right, and in today's history lesson, the quote of the day by Gloria Borger. Borger. For most folks, no news is good news. For the press, good news is not news. I disagree with that. I think we can have great news and that still be newsworthy. And sometimes I feel like we've lost that in our news industry. We've lost those good, heartfelt stories that we used to love and watch all the time. In 1990, Paul McCartney's birth certificate sold for $18,000 in an auction. Why do you want his birth certificate? I have no idea. In 1959, William Wyler's Ben-Hur premiered in Loew's Theater in New York City, Times Square. In 1956, Fats Domino appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show and performed his hit, Blueberry Hill. Well, that's a good song. In 1928, the first successful sound-synchronized animated cartoon premiered in New York. It was Walt Disney's Steamboat Willie, starring Mickey Mouse. Seems appropriate. I do remember that one. Not from 1928, but I remember seeing it. In 1903, the U.S. and Panama signed a treaty that granted the U.S. rights to build the Panama Canal, which my mom just did a few years back. Went through the Panama Canal. She's been traveling a lot lately. It's been great. In 1865, Samuel L. Clemens published The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County under the pen name Mark Twain in New York's Saturday's Press. And in 1820, Captain Nathaniel Palmer became the first American to sight the continent of Antarctica. That's a cool shot. I know it's crooked, but just deal with it, okay? Everybody needs a little V8 every once in a while. This camera needs a serious tall glass of V8. Cool little view, though, despite the fact that it's a little wonky. I need to reach out to the camera guy. The camera guy who's running that camera for East Tennessee Weather. Be like, bro, we need to straighten up the camera. Don't we? It's gorgeous outside. Okay, so I'm not probably going to be able to get to any Witcher's pictures. There is a server error where I can go. Maybe the error is over. It may be over. It is over. There we go. I got some pictures to share with you this morning. This one's coming in from Bonnie. Beautiful sunset in Maryville. This is a gorgeous one. Kind of like our sunrise this morning that I just shared with you from Seth as he drove to Sevier County for coffee talk this morning. So I appreciate that one. Here's another great one. Let's see. This one's from Lisa Gibson. A beautiful Seymour sunrise this morning. Lisa, turn it sideways. Turn it sideways. It's going to present better on this platform. See, now I got to rotate it. Sideways pictures. Sideways pictures do better on TV. Vertical pictures do better on social media. So it's almost like you're forced to do two. Yesterday at this, I'll just read this here in a second once I get this up. This is also going to be sideways. Oh, no, it's not sideways, but we'll shrink it so you can see the whole picture. Great little view right there. This picture is sent in by somebody new who I've not seen upload a picture before. Jay Higginbotham. Yesterday on the way back in the woods, waterfall at North Cumberland in Anderson County. What a great little view that is. All right, so now it is time to share the kitchen renovation. All right, so here we go. So the kitchen renovation continues. They'll be here at 8:30 this morning, and here's what it looks like now. I should have done a before picture for you. I do have a before picture, but we'll put all this on social media. Here's what it looks like now. All right, so they've got the cabinets out. They've got all the trim work down, or most of it anyways. Those walls right there in the back, those are all coming down. That wall right there is all coming down. Both of those walls and getting pushed back 5 feet. We're taking about 8 feet of wall out so it can open it up to our big great room there that we have. But that is the kitchen renovation. And it's 7:51. We do have to go. Okay, get your shoes on. All right, I guess we got to go. I got to take my kid to the dentist. We got to wrap things up. Good thing the dentist is like 3 minutes away. All right, my friends. Parenthood. It doesn't stop, does it? Life doesn't stop as well. That's why I always say, be safe, be kind to each other. Life is short. I'll see you back here tomorrow.
There's a river could have taken us home, but you lost me. There's a fire in my left chest, burning my soul, but it fights with my heartbeat. There's an effort that you made that wasn't enough. There's a figure